Right, this is a really simple one about stopping distances. It's the really basic version, and then we move on to talking about how the equations work with stopping distance, at kinetic energy, force, etc. So it's pretty simple. So stopping distance, here are two vehicles, a lorry and a car. Now, if they were both going at the same speed, it takes this one longer to stop than this one, due to the fact that this has a lot more mass. But we're not talking about the equations, so worry not. We're going to just think about how fast, what affects the stopping distance of these vehicles. So I've put them into two things, and you've got two parts to stopping a car. First off, you've got to think about it. So you've got to think about stopping the car. Now that is called your reaction time. Okay, your reaction time. The amount of time taken for you to think about actually pressing the brake. Now there's always going to be a bit of a reaction time lag. So things that can affect your reaction time is alcohol, being overly tired, and driving under the influence of drugs. So you've got these three main things that you've got to think about. So stopping a car, you've got to think about stopping the car first. That's your reaction time. And remember, while you're thinking, the car is still moving. You then hit the brakes. Now, when you hit the brakes, you've got other things to think about. Here's the weather conditions. So it might, in icy road, it's going to take you longer to stop than it is in normal conditions. So weather conditions can affect braking distance. The condition of your brakes will also affect it. So how good are the brakes? There's some really good videos about stopping distances, thinking of braking on YouTube. Have a look at them because there's lots of good ones. And then how fast you're going in the first place, and we'll relate this to equations later on. So again, while you're hitting the brakes, the car is moving and is skidding to a halt. So let's have a look. Here is my beautiful car. Okay, now he has seen a small cat here, and he thinks about stopping. Now he is okay. He hasn't had the influence of these three things here, so he's thinking about putting the brake on. Oh my god, I'm going to hit the brake. So in the time he's hit that brake, let's say he's travelled about 10 metres. That's at the point where he sees the cat and hits the brake. The car's gone 10 metres. Right, hits the brake. Bit of skidding, bit of wobbling. Conditions were okay. Brakes were in good conditions. It wasn't going too fast. Let's say that actually takes the car 20 metres to stop. I'm making it up. Don't sue me. Right, 20 metres to stop. So it travelled 10 metres while he was thinking about it. 20 metres where the brakes were working until he eventually came to a stop. So the total stopping distance then is 20 plus 10, so that's 30 metres. 20 plus 10, 20 plus 10, let's do it the right way around. 30 metres, so the stopping distance is 30 metres. The amount of people that times them together and do all sorts of things when they come across this. So it's just add them together, how long it travelled there, how long it travelled there. Total from when he saw the cat is 30 metres. The highway code has a list of stopping distances based on the speed you are going, because the faster you are going at this point, hit the brake, okay, the further you will travel, because it takes longer for you to brake, and we can talk about that when we look at the equations. So it's pretty simple. Got to remember, drinking, tired, drugs, roads, brakes, speed, thinking and braking equals stopping. 10 add 20 equals 30. Marvellous.